What do I say? What do I say? It's an interesting game. 100 kills is not something that I see regularly. Um, yeah, I've. It's confusing. I'm just gonna do the first 25 minutes. Sorry, 20 minutes, and then I'll give you a few things that you can improve on. So, first thing, when you get to land, it needs to spawn, and like, so first off, I can't really say that you assume Garen is your enemy, but there's no one here, which means you push. Because if there's no one here, then theoretically, like, the answer is just like push. Because they'll be taking a camp somewhere, like here or here. The mid laner, basically the mid laner is somewhere else. You want to push. Because when you push, you deny their CS. But yeah. There are a few situations where sometimes not pushing is an option. If you say if you're bot lane and you hide this brush, they come down through here, and then in the case that you're an early game champion, you try and kill them early. This is not the case here. There is no element of surprise because you've already been seen by the minions. So there's no point necessarily waiting for the minions to die. Unless you want to freeze a lane outside your turret. But just generally, if there's no one here yet, you just want to push. Yeah. So I feel like just waiting there is a bit of a mistake. With that last menu, you should use your Q on it, just because Q is free. So when we get into laning phase and Garen has arrived, I will admit Garen is an interesting matchup just because he has it. But I feel like when you're playing with him, you're standing a lot further back than you need to be. Like, so take for the here, for instance. So Garen is over here, you're over here. His area of influence, like his Q charge, would let him close ground to maybe about here. And that's if he wants to engage. You, on the other hand, have just gone this way. What I would rather do in this situation is go this way, CS this minion, probably this one next, and then you're not in danger of the Garen. Because he doesn't have that much range. He's just a melee champion. Secondly, because you don't have mana on your Q, because Garen is such a low range champion, you want to be using this as much as possible. and using this on Garen as much as possible. Katarina lacking mana is a big strength for her, and you want to use that against Garen. Because he's going to be spamming his abilities as much as possible as well. So it's going to continue through. You should be over here, like up here at least. So you can see us all these minions. If you kill on this, I don't know why you keep going back there. Let's go up to the bit where you start trading with Garen. Because this is... So, when Garen hits level 2 and you hit level 2, Garen is a sort of a bruiser, which means he's going to do well in these early game trades. He's going to do well in sustaining these early game trades. So you don't necessarily want to go for long drawn out trades. You just want, if you're fighting Garen and you use your Shunpo to get closer to him, he has a QE combo on you. And then that's a lot stronger than any of the damage that you can put out. So what you want to think about in this lane is you want to be staying out of Garen's area of influence and poking him with a Q. You want to just be taking the minions. So you run all the way back here. I would prefer if you were maybe up here. Then you could cast Q on, say, this minion. Garen still wouldn't be able to reach you because you just run back to turret, which is fairly strong. Another part is that you have this huge minion wave here. And something a lot of new players don't realize is how much damage minions actually do. If you have, say you have a Garen and a Garen, and you have 2 caster minions for red side, this Garen will always win. Of course, the minion waves spawn in equal amounts, so you always have the same amount of minions. But if Garen comes towards you and you're standing like here, all of these minions will then aggro onto Garen. That only happens if he auto attacks you. Minions will target someone only if they auto attack. It doesn't count in spells, which is why poking with spells is such a good idea. But so if Garen comes up to you, he can use his E on you, but he can't gap close with his Q. And if he can't gap close with his Q, he doesn't have the movement speed to try and catch you. So if Garen isn't using his Q, he won't get a movement speed buff, and you'll be moving at the same speed. So if you're here and Garen moves towards you, then in that same amount of time, you move back that much. And he won't be able to catch you. And then if he goes far back enough, you initiate the trade on him. And then if he fights back, all these minions suddenly aggro him. So yeah, you should be standing a lot further up so that you can see us and that you can get XP. Because Garen doesn't actually have the ability to chase you down and kill you. Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, you're all in. So I don't know what Nuna's doing. Nuna's doing something. and just not talk about it. You do need to work on your ability to CS on the tower. Like at 20 minutes, I think you have 50 CS, which just isn't enough. At 20 minutes, you should have at least 100 CS. Um, that's sort of the goal you want to work up to first. Why aren't you taking this minion? Garen's area of influence is here. I think it's a problem of you not understanding how far Garen can reach. Because Garen, as a bruiser, while yes, he can chase people down, part of the reason why you take him top lane is because of it being such a long lane. In mid lane being so short, you can reach the towers much easier. Which means he can't chase you as far. So when you think about melee champions, when you think about any champion in general, you have to think about the area of influence. Like, so for mages, it'd be different. Ari's Q can go to about here. If you have the reaction time, you should be able to dodge it so that maybe around here or around here. You don't have to get the area of influence exact, but just a general idea of where you can stand around Ari. Similarly with Ephriel, he's got his Q range should be about here. And so you can't, and you're not supposed to enter that circle unless you're trading with him. But if we then go to someone like Garen, who's a melee champion, yes, he does have a gap closer in his Q, but that only lives with an area of influence like this. It's fairly small. So realistically, if you were to go up here and take this, he would not be able to engage on you. And so you want to think about that with like every champion with their area influence is so and so. How close can I get to the CS without being inside it, or can I risk versus reward? But because of you're outside of Garen's area of influence, the risk is theoretically zero. So yeah, like CS is very good. When you think about what wins you games, more than kills, it's the goal differentials. You get kills to get gold, but kills aren't what win you the game. So CSing for gold is very important, and I feel like more practice in that would help you improve quite a bit. So this is where the flash heal comes in. So I feel like what happened here is sort of a panic flash. So you've reached level 4. Understandably, you want to go for a level 4 trade. I'd say that even though you do have the level advantage on him, you shouldn't be trading. Well, you shouldn't be going all in. I feel like using your Shunto here to engage rather than disengage is a bad idea. You want to be using your range advantage with your Q over Garen rather than getting next to him, which puts him at an advantage. Melee champions are just stronger than ranged champions in melee range. That's what balances them. But like I will give you the benefit of that. It's a very strange matchup, and I don't think you've probably had to deal with many meta champions. What happens next is the more sort of critical point. So first of all, why did you walk this way, walk that back that way? Is when you're doing anything in League of Legends, the one mantra to go by is what am I doing and why am I doing it? So being able to make that conscious and think about what you're doing in the moment will let you be critical of what mistakes you've made and help you improve. So I think, so I'm not sure why you Shunpo to the dagger behind him, because theoretically you want the trade to end. This is also a bit confusing. First of all, I don't think the heal was necessary. I think if you had just run back to turret, you probably would have been fine, especially since all these minions are now aggroing Garen. He's taking damage from all these. And so if he's running to you, he's taking quite a bit of damage. Secondly, after you heal gives you a movement speed boost. You don't need to then flash. And again, it's not panicking, and it's thinking about what you're doing in the moment. Yeah. So you've just used your flash and heal. And from memory, you engage again, and I'm not especially sure why. Yeah. So you've Shunput onto Garen, which again I don't think is a good idea. I think it's much better to just poke him and wait for Garen to try and come to you. And so Garen is able to flash on you and kill you. You were close, but I feel like the nature of the play is that you should be poking him and reacting to him rather than trying to have a sustained fight, because Garen will always win in a sustained fight. So I feel like what you're doing here is you're getting inside your head the idea that you need to get kills which getting kills is nice, but it's not what wins the game. You shouldn't be focusing on trying to kill Garen. You need to be focusing on these minions. And again, Garen was over here, the minions are over here. These are minions you could have taken. Walk up more. So if I go back here, so in League, I know you're very afraid of overextending. It's understandable. But distance from the turret doesn't tell you how much you're overextending. So being here is very different to being here. If you're here, Garen will probably be able to hit you maybe with his Q and E. If you're over here, you're fine. When you're trying to find safe spots, it's less about distance, it's more about safe zones and pockets. You want to find places where your minions are protecting you so that you can farm. Like, so if you think about it, theoretically you should be standing here. Because Garen's area of influence is about this size. Standing here is perfectly fine. You have a minion way to protect you. And you have the ability to run back if you need to. Should you use Q on the minion? No, that's nitpicking again. Like you should be using Q as often as possible, or if you're going to use it for CS. So for senior signal missing, which that's fine. I can work on that later. Pushing here is good. Would I personally necessarily fight the Nocturne? I wouldn't. But like it is fine because like I fight a Nocturne in this situation is fine. But I feel like at this point, if you were to just run away from him, that would be an easier play. If you were to Shunpo to this minion, you don't waste heal, and then you can just run back to your turret. The reason why I say that, if you don't think about who won at the end, there was like a 50-50 chance that you'd die here. And in League, you don't want to take 50-50s. But yeah, like, they didn't change it, right? Yeah, you can target friendly minions with your Shunpo, and that's part of what gives you your mobility. I think you go bot lane here. I feel like looking at bot lane, you don't necessarily need to do this. What is more valuable for your time? There is a huge mini wave here, right? While Garen is in the bot side, they're sitting on the turret and they're farming fine. They're not getting dived. So you don't actually need to worry about that. What you need to worry about is this huge wave here. And as if you farm this wave, you will get the same, more gold than a kill, and most likely turret plating, and denying CS off Garen. There's just so much more value to be had in the mid lane rather than trying to make a kill happen bot lane, because it's just not going to happen. Get the kill on Garen. As I said, River. Get killed by Nocturne. I'll stop about that because it's getting a bit long. But so, things I want you to focus on. Hold on. Right. So this is the stuff I want you to focus on. When you get to lane, and just then when you were going to bottom lane, you want to punish Garen for spending time at mid lane. And you do this by pushing to the turret and taking CS. Secondly, you're not looking to kill Garen, you're looking to poke him with your Q, poke him with your passive, and then get out before he can start trading with you. You're not looking for kill potential. If it gets to the point where he's at like 25% health, then yeah, you can probably kill him. But throughout the majority of laning phase, he was pretty healthy. And so I don't think there was a chance of you being able to kill him. Again, don't be. When you think about Garen, you need to think about his area of influence. You can stand at the edge of it. Being able to tell how close you can get to a champion takes practice and a knowledge of all the champions in the game, but you sort of get that as you learn. But yeah, just I'm not sure why you were so scared of a melee champ. Don't miss CS. It is very, very important. You do need to work on that quite a bit. Instead of going all in on Garen, a better idea is to just passively CS. And then once you have CS, you could go down to bot lane and try and kill Syndra. Or you could kill Ahri. But you're not going to kill a Garen who's theoretically building tanking. I think it was here. If you've just used flash and heal, you don't want to go